Hey, good morning, my friends. It is great to be with you all. I know it's not the picturesque beach that you normally see, but it is friggin' blowing down here. I mean, my camera's gone down a couple of times. It's blowing a good 15 to 20 knots, and I'm trying to hide behind a berm and bring you today's morning briefing. It's a cold, windy morning here in So Cal, so I don't know about fishing here locally. It doesn't look like it is all that good because of this weather that we have up right now. We're going to have some windy weather off and on. Tuesday afternoon, especially into Wednesday, looks like it's going to be quite windy. Welcome, everybody. It's time for the morning briefing. We've got our morning briefing cups now. We've got our Friedman Adventures hats, and you can take advantage of that by becoming a Patreon member, and we would deeply appreciate it. In fact, we appreciate everything you folks do for us. I want to mention a few of our most recent Patreon members and ones that have been with us for a while. Susie Fisk, deckhand level. David Clark is a pirate. Steve Ennis, a skipper. And our first old sea dog, Ruben Lopez. Good morning, you guys, and thank you so much for your support. Being a Patreon member really helps us produce more and more content, and I deeply appreciate it. I apologize for the wind, as it is quite windy down here. All right, let me get into some, well, you know what? How about some Super Bowl picks? Let's do that first of all. We got some guys down at 22nd Street Landing. The Super Bowl is tomorrow. What do you say? Let's get their picks to help you make some money on the Super Bowl.
KC. 100-0.
All right.
I think the Eagles are going to win. Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
Whoa.
I don't even know who's playing.
No, I'm going with the Chiefs. 21-14.
Whoa. Hey, who's going to win the game? Oh, you're a big Chiefs fan, obviously. All right.
We're going to get it. 31-27.
31-27, says Gus from the Pursuit.
High scoring, bet the over.
The Eagles, baby.
Eagles by how much?
27-26.
All right, that was great. I don't know if I'm going to bet with any of those guys. In fact, I don't think I'm going to bet, but it should be a lot of fun watching that game. You know what? Captain Gus on the Pursuit, you saw him there. He picked the Chiefs. He is not a fair weather fan. In fact, take a look at these lovely photos of him and his family. I love it. He's been a die-hard Chiefs fan for many, many years. So, Gus, good luck on the game. I hope they pull it off for you. And, of course, you Eagles fans. Man, I'm being a politician here today. I hope you guys win. But, Gus, thanks for sharing those lovely photos. All right, let me take you south of the border. Go down to Cabo San Lucas and let you know that down there it's still kind of iffy fishing in terms of marlin and dorado and any other kind of game fish. We've had some windier weather down there. Also, Sean Morgan, who runs, of course, the Wild and Sack down there, says it's still a little bit scratchy down there in that neck of the woods. He's going to start running on a more regular basis here in about a week. So we'll be getting some more live updates from Sean. Looking forward to that. On the long range scene, the boys down there continue to scratch out some okay catches on those big yellowfin tuna, 50 to 200 pounds. Nice grade, and then some wahoo here and there. Also, we move you up to Cedros, and down there at Cedros, you know, that's the yellowtail capital of the world right now, it seems like, but not in the wintertime. There are some yellows and an occasional catch, but halibut, white sea bass, good calico bass fishing has been the rule. Up there around the area around San Quintin, which is 140 miles below the border, down in that neck of the woods we see copious amounts of rockfish. They're going to have some wind also down there, and then also some yo-yo iron yellowtail. And there's not a darn thing wrong with those yo-yo iron yellows. They bite good on the 50, 60 pound, a heavy jig that you drop down deep and you wind on fast. And when you get a bite, you never rear back on the rod to set the hook. You just keep turning the handle. Turn that handle, and that is the best way to get the job done on those little pescados down there, those hard fighting jacks, yellowtail. And then up there in Ensenada, we continue to see really good rock fishing for the guys at Blackfin Sport Fishing, who are putting on a great tournament right now. Again, down there at Blackfin, they like to go south. They go down there to the Soledad Bank right there off of Santo Tomas, and they have exceptional rock fishing, but they've also had some big bonita. There's been the occasional yellowtail. Same thing for our friends at Arnie's Sport Fishing. They've been doing pretty well also there at Arnie's. and Costa Baja Sport Fishing with our dear friend Diego Nuno. Diego is such a good guy. Remember, it is show season, February the 16th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Bart Hall gets rolling. Then up here at the 1st of March at the Orange County Fairgrounds, the PCS show gets rolling. Bill DePriest is going to be on here very, very soon in an extended long form podcast to learn more about that great show. And then, of course, Day at the Docks in San Diego, California. That's going to be a celebration of sport fishing. And then finally, we end up with Bart Hall one more time again, the Long Beach show. It'll be in late March into April, those 5 days, Wednesday through Sunday. Should be some really great shows on the horizon for you. All right, let's jump on this side of the border and tell you all that the bite in terms of San Diego all the way up to the area around Marina Del Rey, they're picking at the sand bass. I don't know about today. You look over that berm and it's pretty nasty right now. But once again, the sand bass are structure fish in the wintertime. They're kind of lethargic, so you got to put a bait right in front of their nose. They bite it and they run back into the structure. You got to have some heavier line, like 40-pound Opsin fluorocarbon. www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout, and owner Greg Brown will give you a love note, send you a love note, I should say, handwritten too. A little perfume on it, and also a free gift. Greg is great about doing just that, so keep that in mind. And once again, there's sculpin and whitefish to help provide some excellent table fare. Nothing wrong with that, so some pretty good stuff. Now, rock fishing is open on the other side of the border in Mexican water, so the San Diego fleet can cross over even on an extended half-day trip and go down in there and catch some rockfish. So that's still open. Here in Southern Cal, doesn't reopen until the 1st of April. So keep that in mind. The long run, we are going to team up with some bluefin tuna fishing trips with Captain Nathan, and we're also going to do some of that halibut fishing in the bay. TheLongRunSportFishing.com. Check them out, and if you mention Friedman Adventures, you get $100 off if you book your own trip. And you might want to think about that, because man, that sounds like one heck of an opportunity. Whether it's in the bay catching those big halibut or offshore looking for BFT, that sounds like a lot of fun there in that neck of the woods. In the surf, wouldn't recommend it today. It's just too dangerous. I can see over the berm here rocks, the jetty, and the waves are crashing up there. Want to be very careful on a day like today, as it just seems like it's way too breezy. And I was actually thinking about coming out here and doing some surf fishing, but yeah, I've rethought that. It's freezing out here. It's cold and it's kind of miserable. So once again, shows are coming up. It should be a lot of fun. Super Bowl Sunday is on the horizon. We've got a lot of new shorts out there, including the largest yellowfin tuna ever taken on a rod and reel. You should check that one out. That's a great memory for us. All right, all you new Patreon members, all you guys who've been with us for so long, get your swag, get your morning briefing coffee cups, as well as your Friedman Adventures hats. We'll be adding more to it, and really, you have my sincere thanks for all you do to make Friedman Adventures a reality. All right, kind of a nasty day. Take care, stay warm. Hope your Super Bowl team wins, and I hope to see you again really, really soon. Have a great morning, my friends. Delicious.
Translator. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you.
I'm Desiree.
Oh my God. Holy shit. I'm so happy. Oh my God. Phil, how the hell did you do this?
A world of wonder and natural beauty awaits you as Tom Duran, the Judith Ann, will take you whale watching. You'll not only see the mighty gray whale pass by Southern California, but you're likely to encounter pods of dolphin, lots of bird life, and of course sea lions, and so much more. Only $600, and it's VIP because it's only you and your friends and loved ones on board. Take advantage of this great deal. Check out this unusual creature that washed up in front of Louis Prieto's house in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. Dr. Gwen Goodman-Lowe from California State University at Long Beach says it's either a dwarf or pygmy sperm whale. Hard to tell from the angle. Extremely rare for these waters and rarely seen at sea. Most of what knowledge we have about these creatures comes from specimens that have washed ashore.
Joe Martinez gets a white sea bass bite going at San Nicolas Island on a Friedman Adventures trip.
Don't mess it up, man. No pressure on me, right?
Another white sea bass hooked by Scott. This one also tangled up in the kelp, but the deckhands on board the Pride get it on board. What a way to celebrate your 15th birthday. First, you get a brand new Daiwa rod, then Jonathan turns it into a white sea bass. Si está buscando un lujoso barco de pesca deportiva en San José del Cabo, lo ha encontrado. Es el Wild and Sack, con mi amigo Capitán Sean Morgan. Sean es un pescador increíble que puede ponerlo en marlín, atún de aleta amarilla, wahoo, dorado y mucho más. Además de la maravillosa pesca, también puede ir a observar ballenas, disfrutar de nuestro crucero al atardecer o ir isla en isla. Todo sobre la hermosa y lujosa Wild and Sack. Buen viaje a todos.